Good morning, ladies. This is Jackie with Paper Cuts, and I'm here today to do episode 4 of our Shabby Chic Vintage Junk Journal. I finished some of the signatures off screen, but I will share all of that with you today. So first of all, if you're a new subscriber, welcome to Paper Cuts by Jackie. I thank you for being here today. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button and the bell down below, please do so. If you're a current subscriber and you came to see what we're doing today, I really appreciate it. I hope you're all doing well. So let's get started. So first off, this is our cover, our spine, and then the back of the album. Can you see it? There we go. I have 3 signatures in here, and it's 1.5 inches thick. And I don't have it all decorated, but hopefully it will close. So today I'm going to walk you through the signatures real quick, and then we're going to finish the inside of our album, get our tie back down. I'm going to do some collaging on the inside cover and hopefully get it all finished up so the next episode you can see the finished product. So here's signature number 1. That pretty much we completed on episode 3. However, I want to do a quick flip through. Pocket on the front page. There's a flip out here. I gessoed a little bit on each side. We put in the lines. I added some tabs to each signature just as a little extra. You open it up. There's a pocket on this side with 2 tags. Vellum paper. Line paper. Line paper, a flip out pocket with a glassine bag or envelope, whichever it was. And this is from 1830, by the way. I put on it vintage finds and a little sticker. This side we made a little pocket on camera with my piano roll tucked in here as an extra journal spot or just something neat to look at. We put lines on the page, and I put a little trim down here. Lines. This is the cardboard. I just spritzed it with a little glimmer mist and in a pink. We did a little flippy pad here, some lines on this, and then some lines on this. So that's signature 1. Signature 2, I put another little tab on it, but I do want to embellish this a little bit. It has a tag from some previously made pockets and a tag up here that I put a tab on. The next page, I just gessoed the back of this so you can write on it a little bit. I may go back in and do a little more gesso, I don't know. We did a time card pocket, double pocket. So there's a long tag back here that I put in, and then the apple blossom tag on some Tennessee mapping. Excuse me. We did some lines here. I put on this little butterfly pocket, put a little tag from one of the stores here in Murfreesboro that I did some shopping at, and some a wallpaper tag that you can journal on. And this paper is also antique, but I can't remember the year. It came from an old book, and these are called pan scrappers. And I don't know what that means, but back in the day, that's what they used. This is some old graph paper. I put a little washi tape on there. I added this little flip in here as the center of the signature. I put a music pocket here. Took that snippet roll that we had made at the very, very beginning and cut a little piece off. Pink tag with some journaling so you can journal on the side. And then I took this beautiful pearl bulb pin as the tag in the pocket. Blank page graph, the other side of that pan scrapper stuff. I did a little corner tuck spot here with 2 little tags. There are times when solitude is better than society, and silence is wiser than speech. That is so true. And then just a little tuck tag in that little pocket there. And then the back side's blank. You can write on it. The cardboard is blank. And this is blank. So that's the end of the second signature. And then the third signature has our faux stitching that we did a while back. Another snippet from our roll that we did initially. Blank pages. So this third signature needs some TLC. So I will probably do that off camera. I don't know yet. It has a couple of pockets in it, but I haven't made tags and haven't totally finished the third signature. But at least you can see what it looks like. I took that third pocket. It's a double pocket again. And then I need to make some tags. But I had initially showed you that I had some library cards, some tags, and all of that. So I will use these and use those for my tags in the book. But I have to dye them, I have to spray them, I have to embellish them. So maybe I'll do an episode on that. But at any rate, I know what I'm going to do. And then the back side of the third signature. So really today, what I want to do is get the inside cover done. So I'm going to put the cover up this way. I wanted to show you the little tear pieces that were left over, the paper that we kind of used in the book. I just tore them up into little chunks, and then we'll lay them out and do a little bit of collage when we're done with the tie back. And then I have 4 sheets left from the paper, scrapbook paper that I used in the book, and we're going to cut these in half, and we're going to use those as well as the main inside. Okay, I had to put you on hold for a minute because I thought I pulled out my tie back, and now I can't find it. I do that all the time. I'll get organized and put something somewhere, forget to label where I put it, and bada bing, bada boom, I can't find it. So we're going to use this rice paper. It's handmade paper. It's pretty fibrous, so it will help secure the spine. I'm just going to cut some of it into strips, and then we're going to glue it down with our Fabri-Tac. Anyway, you know, you think you get yourself organized, right? And you're like, okay, this feels so good. And then you go to sit down and craft, and then you realize, okay, I can't find anything. I hope I'm not the only one like that, but you never know. So I'm just cutting these into 2 even strips, and then we'll run it all the way down. It just gives it a little more stability. I mainly want it at the ends and in the middle. I guess I could do it this way, and then that would help. So I hope everybody's doing well. I am doing good health-wise. I finally have gotten some doctors and going to get things taken care of, and that I've, you know, you kind of let go when things are not the way you want them. And I did just what I had to do when I was unemployed to get by health-wise. But there were times that I probably should have went to the doctor to get some things taken care of. And I did not, so now I'm taking care of them. And a couple of them are some spots I've found on my skin. Now I know as you age, you do get age spots. You get tags, you get all kinds of things, but I was worrying that some of them were cancerous. So anyway, I have an appointment with the dermatologist. I'm going to get that taken care of. I had a friend the beginning of this week. Well, actually, she came in on Sunday. She's doing road trip. They live in Colorado. Her name is Pam. Probably 20-year-old friend. I can't even, or 25, I don't even know now. But she's my crafting buddy. She used to come over on the weekends, and we'd craft and chat and get things done. And oh, I just enjoyed those moments. Well, her and her husband retired to Colorado, built a home, a beautiful, beautiful little house. And anyway, they were doing a cross-country trip to see family and her husband, Mike's sister, and relatives he didn't know he had, and all this wonderful stuff. So, long story short, she let me know they were coming and wanted to know if we could get together. I would have liked to just definitely take a couple days off, but I haven't been at my job long enough, and I don't have a lot of time to take off unless I take it off without pay. But anyway, long story short, we went to dinner a couple of nights, and the second night we did a little shopping and just caught up, and it was wonderful. It was so good to see my friend. I mean, I knew I was missing friends, you know, from the old days, especially my crafting friends. But when you see them, you really realize how much you enjoy seeing them. So anyway, I promised her a trip to Colorado. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do that. It's going to be a year before I get vacation, but I was thinking when I earn my vacation, I am going to take a week, fly to California, spend a few days with my daughter, head to Colorado, and then come back. And I'm hoping by then I will have my house and be situated. But you never know. Okay. So I put 3 strips across the spine. That should help adhere it. And then I wanted to put some lace or some fabric across this, but I think I'm going to do that after we decoupage. So I'm going to start with my strips and just tear them in half, just so that the sides will match. Each side will match each other. And then we're going to kind of lay them down. And then we'll use the little strips and to fill in. So let's put this rice paper or mulberry paper, whatever it is, in here, since we had those left over. And then I will get my Mod Podge out. If I know where it is. I got my gesso. What did I do with my Mod Podge? Here we go. There it is. I got a couple of them. So we're just going to spread that all over and start putting it down. I do like the Fabri-Tac, but I think it comes out a little thicker, whereas the Mod Podge I can spread around with a paintbrush and thin it out. So I don't know if I can, yeah. So I'm just gonna Mod Podge this whole thing. We'll leave it to dry later. But first we're just gonna get the glue down. And I'm not one of those picky people. Not when it comes to the glue. I just make sure that it's covered everywhere, and then we'll start putting down our pieces. And then I am gonna, after we put down our pieces, I am gonna cover it. So this Mod Podge, I've got the fan on the floor going. I think I need to turn it away because it's gonna dry it before I get it all down, but I'm just trying to line up my edge here. So, and then pressing it really good. I think I'll put this one up here. Let's just make sure. I'm gonna take some of this and re-wet it up here. Then I didn't put any glue on this other paper, so I want to make sure I get that really good. And then when I'm done, I will go over everything again. I'm just trying to make sure I get it adhered pretty good. So funny. I moved to Tennessee in hopes of seeing more of the Four Seasons, and the weather has been just like in California. It goes straight from winter to summer. So I was a little disappointed I barely got any spring, but you know, it's like, I think 95 degrees today or something. And it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, if that. So, and of course, you know, I'm still trying to get acclimated as far as humidity goes, but it didn't give me a casual introduction. It was like, boom, I'm here. But, you know, could be worse. So we're just gonna keep filling up our papers. my job has been a little bit on the stressful side. I trying to get my maintenance man on the same page, and that has been quite the feat. I don't know why, but he just is bucking the system. So anyway, I had a conversation with my boss this week, and that went really well. I am hoping that he gave me permission to do what I needed to do, so I'm hoping my maintenance guy gets on board, because I know how to discipline, that's for sure. And not that I like it, I definitely don't, but I can. So anyway, I have been a little stressed out this week, and I would love to play all day, but because when I get stressed out, I have a tendency to let everything else go. And my dishes were stacked up. My laundry is stacked up. I've got everything prepared to get done today, but I would rather craft all day, if you know what I mean. But can't always do what you want. Sometimes you got to do what you have to. So I just need a little skinny strip. So maybe this brush is not the best. I see that it's losing hairs, and so I'm gonna switch to my better brush, because I don't like little hairs all over my decoupage. So we'll get those off, I hope. And this is a matte finish. I don't really care for the shininess of the decoupage, so I usually use the matte finish whenever I can. And this is the end of a large container I had, so I split it up into 2 containers, littler containers, just to try to get it out of the big container that kept drying it out. I should have a little plastic thing over here that I could, I want it this way. I'm just trying to break up a little bit of the pattern so we don't have just big chunks of pattern everywhere. But I hope everybody's getting some craft things done and enjoying the day. If you're where it's cold, please stay warm. If you're where it's warm, please find some cool. It's never perfect weather, in my opinion. You just take it as it comes, and then kind of go with the flow. I just am not ready for the heat right now. I just got my spring and summer clothes out. That's good, because I only had my, I want something right in here. because that polka dot is a large chunk. So I think I'm going to just break it up a little bit. Let's do it this way. The thing I like about doing collaging is, you know, there's no rhyme or reason. You don't have to think. It's not hard. You just got to put paper down and glue it. And some days, you know, that's the best kind of crafting, because we think all week long and make decisions and all of that, and sometimes we just need to, okay, I flipped it around. That's looking pretty good. I have this big blank space here I want to get to, and I need to smooth this out. See if I can get some paper down quickly. I like this brush much better. I like stiff brushes, and that's my problem most of the time, is I'm not always using a stiff brush. The softer brushes, I don't know. And when I'm painting, I like the softer brushes, so I guess that's the key. I'm not really painting here. Although it may seem like it. I'm going to take this piece and put it right in there. So this book, you know, I was saying I wanted to start finishing some projects that I had started when I lived in California and get them done, because I wanted to do some craft fairs this fall. And I was last week complaining about my Etsy shop not moving. Things weren't moving the way I wanted them to. But I didn't realize how long it was going to take me. And that always kind of is the key, I guess, huh? Yeah, it took me a little bit longer, just because I wanted to put it all on camera, so that when you see the finished product, if you want to go back and see how I did something, you could. But I said 3 episodes, I think, in the beginning. I don't know. Ends up being 5. That is a little more than I planned on. Yeah. So, anyway, there's one side done. And then we're going to do the other side. And then the snippet roll that I made, I cut into smaller pieces. So I thought maybe the back cover and the front cover would have some of these on it. But we'll see. Okay, so let's get some more glue down on this side and get to cracking. I think I'm going to put it this way, because we're going to have the lace down the spine. So let's just put it down below. And then when I'm pushing it down, I'm pushing it down kind of hard because I want to get the whole page with no bubbles. And because it's on that variegated cardboard, sometimes it has a tendency to do that. I think I thought too much on the other one, but I'm going to try not to think so much on this one. Just so we can get it done. We're already at a half an hour. Oh my goodness. But, you know, is what it is. As I say all the time. So I put out a newsletter for our community. And I'm hoping, I've got some really good feedback from it. So I'm hoping that that helps calm things down at work. With the tenants anyway. But, you never know. Sometimes it's a hit or miss. And this is all new to me, needless to say. But it's the same kind of concept as I've done before, in the fact that it's managing people. And everybody is different and everybody is unique. And if you treat them with kindness and respect, you should, and I say should because not everybody, but you should get kindness and respect back. So I'm hoping, you know, as things play out, that things will get a little bit easier for me. I think I want that right there. This front cardboard seems a little bit thicker than the back cardboard, but I don't know. It's because it's the variegated stuff. I don't know if that has something to do with it, but we'll see. Get that bending. Move that up there. I'm just all over the place, aren't I? So let's get the pink polka dot. I'm going to put that one up here. I was watching YouTube this morning, as I always do every day, and watched all my favorite crafters, you know. I always get such good ideas and inspiration. So I need to stop spending so much time watching somebody else do it and just do it. So this morning I only watched a little bit, and I said, okay, get up out of the chair. You're not going to watch any more videos until you do one. It's, I don't know why I procrastinate. Because once I get started, I don't have a problem talking. But, you know, sometimes I think, oh, what I'm doing is boring. And they don't want to see that. They know how to do that. You know, all that. The crazy self-talk stuff we do. And, you know, if it was that bad, you wouldn't watch, right? So you have that option. You're not forced to watch me. So you can choose to watch me or not. So at least I just have to put out the content. And then, you know. So that's my struggle. I'm sure I'm not the only one that struggles with that very thing. You know, I have a lot of people that I hear, you know, won't even try a YouTube because of that reason. But I've tried, that's for sure. And I'm hoping, you know, my channel grows and I get better. But you can't get better at something if you don't just try it and do it. And you're going to have to do it over and over again to get better. And so I do that. I keep trying. Yes, I do. I keep trying. And one day I'll be really good at it. I watch Tatty Treasures a lot. And I just love her videos because she's very informative. And her name is Tanya. And she is funny. And she doesn't even know it. You know, she doesn't try to be funny, but she has a wonderful accent, and she's always putting new content up, and it, you know, I just really enjoy her. So I could be that person someday. Tell yourself that, Jackie. You could be that person someday. That's a little thicker than I want. I just want to cover up that edge right there. So, yeah, I keep trying. I keep trying. And I'm now up to, I think, close to 50, maybe a few less than 50, but as soon as I get there, we're going to do a drawing for something. Don't know what, but we're going to do a drawing. Because I need to keep learning. Let's put it this way. New things. And I've never done the YouTube selector thing. So this would be my first time, and you know, get over the scariness of that. And I covered up the majority of that one, so I'm going to put some more down. I like that crinkle paper, whatever it is. It feels like a tissue paper bag kind of thing, but I don't know. And then we'll put this one over here, and then we'll do some touch-up. And then I'll just have to figure out what lace we're going to put on the spine, and I'll get that done off camera because you don't need to watch that. But and then hopefully, I'm going to tear this down a little bit. There we go. Hopefully, the next episode will be the finished album. And then you can tell me what you think, if you prefer to see something different or not. Okay, so this is the top and this is the bottom. So right in here I need something. It's bugging me. And this didn't get adhered all the way. I guess I didn't have enough wet glue underneath. And I don't mind the crinkles if it makes crinkles, you know. I kind of like that because it adds so much texture to it. And then I'm going to just put a thin coat over it again, just to make sure we got everything. Yeah, this edge here looks like it's not down. Right here. that's the corrugated cardboard. Okay. I probably should have finished the edges before I did my cover, but I didn't think about it, and I want some of this here. I'm going to set that down there. Alrighty, so there you have it. I hope it wasn't too awful boring for you today. My intention was to just do part of it, but you know, you get to going, get to chatting, and things just kind of come together. So I appreciate you stopping by today. That is the inside cover of our Shabby Chic vintage album, and I'm gonna finish things up off camera, and the next time you see it will be the final flip through. Okay, have a blessed day, and I hope you get some crafting in. Bye bye now.